E aí, gente, B.E.D Brewer aqui! Today, we're going to be talking about a problem with the auto siphon. Brewer, you might say? The auto siphon is one of the best $15 I ever spent. Yes, y'all, but it does have some problems. Number one, the height of this guy is greater than the height of the kegs, the 2.5 gallon kegs that I use. So when I plunge, my siphon hose comes out of my keg and gets all over everything. The floor of my garage, which becomes a disgusting mess. What do I hate more than bottling? Cleaning a beer off of the floor of my garage and wasting beer. Two things that I hate more than bottling. But today we're going to fix that. And what we're going to do is we're going to hook up a liquid quick connect for the ball lock valve, so that we can go directly from the hose and have it anchored permanently onto the keg. So what we're going to need is a liquid disconnect. We're going to need 2 hose clamps. We're going to need siphon hose, and we're going to need the racking cane for the auto siphon. Now, I did break my other auto siphon, so this is brand new, and what I found out is that the plunge is actually interchangeable between the same size auto siphon. That was pretty exciting. So now I can have one with just the standard hose, where I can just go from my kettle into my fermenters, and I can have a second one set up for my fermenters to my kegs. So here we go. I also decided to use some Teflon tape for this build. Now I have some hot water here, and don't forget to go ahead and you thread in your hose clamp before you start to get your liquid disconnect attached. We're going to let this sit for about 5 minutes. All right, so it's been sitting for about 5 minutes. Now we're going to take and get this threaded on. Now I elected not to use the quick disconnects because I'm not interested in going in anything or using anything other than a ball lock keg here. So then we come here, just get that really well on. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and cinch this down. While we're doing that, we're going to start soaking the other part of the hose. And while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and start soaking the other part of the hose here. Because again, we need to let that set for about 5 minutes. All right, that's really nicely on. All right. And I forgot to put this hose clamp on, flathead screwdriver. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let this sit for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna get a flathead screwdriver. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes. Now we're going to go ahead and get this pushed in here. Open that up so I can get air going through so I'm not fighting against the air. All right, I am not comfortable with that amount, so I'm going to put it back in the water and let it hang out for another 5 minutes. Then I had the brilliant idea of having warm water or hot water flowing while I'm pushing it up. which of course is going to burn my hands, but is going to allow me to continue to push that up as it's warming up. Alright, I think this is going to be fine, really, as long as I can get my hose clamp up and over. And it has a little bit, and you can see it does have a little bit. I want to go a little bit farther. But that's really the important thing, is that hose clamp is going to prevent any liquid from escaping. And I want to be really careful not to break this. All right, so I am comfortable with this amount of leftover. I'm gonna put this hose clamp right about here. I've got about 4 millimeters or so of room between them. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get my flathead screwdriver and cinch this down. And now be careful not to over tighten. That's gonna be just fine. There we go. All right, now we're gonna test it with some water. Now this is gonna be difficult to see, but you can hear that it is squirting out, and I don't have any moisture seeping around these two ends, which is what I really need to make sure of. So I am confident in the fix, and I'm good to go. So if you enjoyed today's episode, if it gave you an idea to improve your brewing practice, give me a thumbs up. And if you are interested in learning more about beer dispensers, home brewing ingredients, or equipment, start now and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.